Namah Shivaya. Today we will discuss about a very interesting question. How many planets are there in astrology? Usually people say that there are 9 planets because they see 9 planets in the solar system. But in astrology, the planet is something else. Actually, there is no proper word for graha. Navagraha means 9. It is translated as 9 planets in astrology, but planet is not the proper word for graha. Planets have diameter, planets have weight, mass, and planets movement is properly defined. But grahas is not like that. Grahas has no dimension at all. It has no mass. It's a force. It can move to any direction. At times it is faster, at times it is slower. It changes also. It comes in reverse direction also. So planets cannot be grahas. Graha simply means that which influences you, that which grasps you. In Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, it is said that graha and adigraha. So there the graha is defined as senses, indriya. And so usually most of the astrologers, majority of them think that these are the planets what we see in the sky, but only if you know that these are the power within us which manifests as indriyas and the vishayas. That means senses and the objects to experience that senses. And how this object is created, that's again one interesting question. We only create this object. The power within us, which is known as mind, Maya, it goes out through the senses and create an impression that there's an object exists there. And without knowing this fact, we think that there is really an object, and we either get attracted to it or we get repulsed. This function is known as Maya. The truth is there, but we are not aware of the truth. In Upanishads, they say Rajju Sarpa Bhranti. Rajju Sarpa Bhranti means seeing a snake in a rope. So actually there is no snake, only a rope is there. But in dim light, somebody mistook it as a snake and he got scared, and somebody brought some light, and in the light they could understand that it is not a snake, it is a rope. Now even in darkness he will say it's rope only, because he knows that there is no snake. Till the light comes, he thought the rope is a snake. This is what is known as Rajju Sarpa Bhranti, misunderstanding a rope as a snake. This entire phenomena which is known as universe is like that. We are not seeing the substratum on which this world is projected. Now the snake was projected by the mind on that rope, and the person saw only a snake instead of the rope. Like that, we are seeing the world, but we are not seeing the substratum or the God principle on which this world is projected. Projected by whom? Projected by our mind. So whatever we are seeing is the projection of our mind. Why it is like that? Because this projection is coming out from our karmas. The karma vasana, innate tendencies, is there within us, and we have to go through certain experiences to purgate these karma vasanas. So certain field is manifested so that we can function in that field in order to purgate the vasana. How it is done? Just act without ego. When you act with ego, it again creates karma vasana. If the action is egoless, karma purgation is happening. So our aim, the goal of life is to purgate the karmas and lead the life towards the state of moksha, liberation from the body, mind, intellect instruments. Now we are identified with it, and actually we are not that, but because of the ignorance we think that I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect, and we get influenced by the experience of this body, mind, intellect instruments. When the body is suffering from pain, we say that I am suffering. Actually this I is separate from the body.